All right. Speaking of Josh Allen.
Yeah.
6 touchdowns yesterday on one of the rarest of rare occasions. 3 rushing, 3 throwing, and a huge day for the Bills, who badly needed to reestablish themselves after losing 30-13 to the Miami Dolphins last week. It was a scoregami 44-32 win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is one of the games, NFL, that should have been pulled out of the 1 o'clock window and either sent to Thursday night so we didn't have to be subjected to the Jets, or Monday night so we didn't have to be subjected to the Raiders. And again, if you're not going to flex until week 12 or 13, Monday, Thursday, you better get those games right in November. And who in the hell thought that we'd want to watch the Raiders? Anybody would watch, all due respect to the Raiders. Nobody thought the Raiders would still be relevant now. That would have been a hell of a game. And it was a hell of a game. It was fun and it was hard. It was frustrating. There were so many good games on at 1 o'clock Eastern yesterday. Whoa, let's just, what's going on here? Oh, what's going on there?
Yeah.
And it was a great back and forth until the Bills finally pulled away. But, hey, the Bucs aren't going to back down to anybody. And they're gonna keep coming. And Baker Mayfield is never going to give up. And it was fun to watch. And even though they've lost a couple in a row now, don't rule out the Bucs, because if they get healthy, they are never going to go away quietly.
No, well, that's the big thing, right? The Bucs, as I think we're learning here, they need their offense to be healthy. Their defense is capable of making plays, but it's not a great defense this year. It's not as dominant as we've seen Todd Bowles and that unit be. So there's plays there to be had. I mean, again, big plays are an issue with them. We saw it yesterday with the Bills. We saw the Patriots make all the big plays last week. We've seen teams do that to them this year, and that's where you go, yeah, they need their offensive weapons back, because it seems like when they play good teams, it's probably going to be more of a shootout than a defensive struggle type of football game. So that's where they need Bucky Irvin, Godwin, maybe Mike Evans coming back late in the season. All of that'll definitely help. And then, but at the same time, they were explosive on offense yesterday. They were. Now, why were they explosive? I mean, yeah, because the Buffalo Bills have issues. They got issues on the defensive side of the ball. They have issues as a team altogether. They are so fun to watch. There's no doubt about that. But again, as a guy that sits here and watches film and watches football and is obsessed with it, right? Josh Allen running around making plays is just not the way you're going to be. You're not going to beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl or the Rams in the Super Bowl or some of the other better teams in the AFC. No, like Mike Vrabel and the Patriots aren't going to let Josh Allen run around and make plays like a chicken with his head cut off, like this right here. All right, it's a 5-yard route. Everybody, hey, yeah, we're just going to run around for 7 seconds and throw a 50-yard bomb. That's not great offense, okay? And that's the problem. Here's what is great offense, but there's just not a lot of plays like that. Again, here he is scrambling, moving, making a throw. Oh, now it's Josh Allen running the football. Again, I like the Bills. I really do. But again, as we see it there, and they're 7-3, there's just true deficiencies with their football team where you just go, wait, I mean, they're fun, but I don't sit here and just feel all good about what they're doing when a team ran for over 200 yards on them and is not even totally healthy on the offensive side of the ball and went toe-to-toe with them that way. Yeah, it's just not a dominant, make you feel comfortable about a team look by the Buffalo Bills.
As Coach Garrett was saying during the game, there was a lot of what the Bucs were doing to the Bills' defense that the Ravens did all the way back in Week 1, where you just exploit the interior, run the ball. And, yeah, you can't count on these fluke kind of moments against the better teams.
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
In the conference, the better teams in the league, and the better team in your division, because right now the Patriots are better than the Bills. The Patriots won in Buffalo, and the Patriots are 9-2, and the Bills are 7-3. It's far from over. The Bills desperately needed to win yesterday, but they need to use yesterday as the launch point for an effort to try to catch the Patriots and others in the conference. Here's Josh Allen saying essentially that after yesterday's 44-32 win.
We just got to do a good job of, again, not riding the wave. Trying to stay as level as possible, not getting too high, not getting too low. Starting off 4-0 and we're the best team in the world. We lose 2 in a row, and now we're the worst team in the world. And it's like, we don't want to ride that. We just want to stay here, stay consistent, continue to work hard, put together game plans, and go out there and execute on game days.
It wasn't quite that we were calling them the worst team in the world. It was 4-0, and hey, they are the best team in football. And then it's 4-2, and it's like maybe they're not the best team in football.
Yeah.
And that's been just a weird kind of a ride. And the real question is, what can they do when the playoffs roll around? And if they have to go on the road from the get-go as the 5, 6, or 7 seed, that obviously makes it much more difficult. This is the last year of their stadium. We assumed they would have at least one home game in the last year of their stadium. That in and of itself is going to be a major disappointment to the fans who were banking on 1, maybe 2 home games in the playoffs. So there's still a lot of football to be played. That's one of the things that Coach Garrett points out all the time. Still got a long way to go. And we see how quickly things can change. And the goal is to make this game for the Bills become the launching point for turning it around. Because they still only have 3 losses. So all that means is their best possible record could be 14-3. Well, 14-3 would be pretty damn good.
Yeah, that would.
If they could pull it
Hey,
off.
listen, they're scary because of that quarterback. Because he's the closest thing we've seen to John Elway ever, right? That's what it is. And John Elway could win and carry the Denver Broncos to Super Bowls where you go, well, they're not really a Super Bowl team, but they're here. Oh, they got blown out in the Super Bowl? Oh, man, John Elway can't win the big game. That's what's happening to Josh Allen. That's what's happening. He gets in these big games later in the year, and everybody goes, oh, it's Josh Allen. He's just not clutching the big moments. And it's like, no. He's being asked to do everything, and it's not fair. Everybody else is winning with their team and has other people helping him out, and this is just all Josh Allen. And that's why it leads to moments like it did last week where if he's not totally on his game every play of the game and he throws an interception in the end zone and fumbles a quarterback sneak, it's like we're not good enough to overcome that. And we're seeing teams the last few weeks lose the turnover battle 4-0, 5-0, and still win football games. So, yeah, that's why I say all this. And even again yesterday, Josh Allen has to do so much. He should have thrown probably 3 interceptions early in the football game, right? We were sitting there watching it. They got lucky, and they only caught 1. And they were up 7-3. But that's the point, is that's not sustainable to go where they want to go. So that's where we hope it gets better. I know they're really well coached. I just question whether they have enough big-time playmakers. One last thing on this game, Mike, because we talked about Dan Campbell and defenses struggle type of football game, points at a premium. Why would you want to give the team short field when they're, of course, everybody's on the Eagles offense? Here's a game where this is one of the few times you'll hear me say this all year. It's 37-32. It's 4th and 2. It's a shootout. It's just been back and forth, like you said, ever since the second quarter. It's just been like, you got the ball, go that way. You got the ball, go that way. Touchdown, 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 touchdown. 37-32, 4th and 2 at the 40-yard line for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they punt the ball out with 7 minutes and 28 seconds. Now, again, I don't like aggressive, but the way the Bucs defense was playing was not good. This just in. You're getting torn up by Josh Allen and the Bills. They punt the ball away. What happens? Oh, bing, bong, boom, handoff, boom, 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 touchdown, game over. Right? That, to me, I can't believe it. Right? In the NFL, we're aggressive. In a shootout football game, if there was ever a time to go for it on 4th and 2, I thought that was a big mistake by Todd Bowles and company where, the Bucs should have gone for that, put the ball in Baker Mayfield's hands, and see what happens from there.
It all gets back to what's the game, what's the flow,
what's the
how
flow?
are we playing,
Right.
How are they playing, how is their defense, how is our defense? Can we get a stop, or do we prefer to have the ball in our hands for as long as possible?
Right.
It reminds me of the playoff game from years ago when it was, I think it was the Chiefs against the Colts, and Peyton Manning was unstoppable, and Dick Vermeil started kicking onside kicks after the Chiefs scored when he was coaching Kansas City because they knew they couldn't stop the Colts.
So give him the short field so we can have the ball, or maybe we get it. Right, exactly. Yeah, that was amazing. You're right
give
about
him a short field, let's let them go do their thing, and maybe we'll get lucky and we'll take away a possession or two. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.